Welcome back to the channel. Today is day 279 of playing chess every day until 2000 Elo. In the last couple days were quite bad, so I decided to switch it up. Played some 10-0 off camera, just having my mind to think only of the chess, not having to speak out loud, etc. And I have 3 games to show you guys. 3 whole games. Yes, we are recapping. We will not be playing a live game today, but I've got some great games for you. And the difference between players in the 15 plus 10 versus 10-0 is drastic. And I'm honestly mind blown by it. So in the first game, we have the black pieces. We're at a rating of 1825 after the game. And we get a Caro-Kann. So we go into a Tartakower here, which previously we had a Tartakower go wrong, but we just missed a tactic. It's all right. It happens. We know the basics. And yeah, so we get this. We learned from the other games that the computer likes to pin. I knew this, but I don't know. I wanted to keep the bishop. And I mean, after that, we go back. And I think it's to neutralize all the pressure over here. But in this game, my opponent decides to play bishop to c2, which has a clear intention of trying to go here. So I meet that with knight to d7, so that when they play queen d3, we play knight f8, protecting the square. My opponent tries to kick my bishop away. We just go back. We're not giving up the bishop. There's no reason to give up the bishop here. And we kind of go into a little tactical sequence here. He blunders with knight h4. Now, we play knight g6, which is a mistake because he has g4. But I did calculate this. I calculated after g4. I just take. He takes. His pawn structure is trash. So I thought it was all right. And then we can neutralize this by playing something like this, maybe? Yeah, because it's held by the knight. Anyways, we take, he takes, and yeah, all of our calculation came in hand. I did think about this move. Takes, takes. It likes knight take? No, HG. Take towards the center. But he actually had a better move here. He should have took. I missed that there was this check. And after I move, pretty sure you can just take the bishop and then I have to go back or something. But, you know, my opponent spent 2 seconds on taking the bishop. This is the difference between 15-10 and 10-0. People don't think. I mean, I'm not thinking as much, but yeah, like we spent a little bit of time here and then we block. But, you know, I was just thinking he can't take. And then maybe the queen could come in here, gonna get up in here somehow. And my opponent plays queen g3, blundering their queen. Like, what? Bro's only used a minute and a half and blundered the queen? Is there really that big of a difference between 15-10 and 10-0? But okay. He takes. We come in with the rook. He takes my knight. And we just take the pawn. We're not interested in the free bishop. Not yet, at least. He goes here. And it's actually m3. So let's see if we can figure this out. Am I just an idiot? Bro, just goes back and then check here, checkmate. Why did I not see that? I just spent 9 seconds and took the bishop. How did I miss that? What? I didn't even look at this check. I looked at it after I took the bishop. I guess I was in the mindset of I'm totally winning. I can do anything. I'm gonna win. Just don't blunder back rank mate. So I took the bishop. Anyways, he fights on. Goes back and then, you know, we get this. And there's no way you can stop mate. So, yeah, that was the first game. We played with a 79.8, and my opponent played with a 66.8 in this game. And I had a performance elo of 1850 versus his 1650. This is the second game. And we actually played this guy 2 times. And they played d4. So we go for this, and I'm already like, what the hell is f4 here? Is he trying to like go into a stone wall or something? Anyways, we just develop like normal, and then we strike the center, kind of London style, but apparently it's not that great. We should have just played e6. Probably like, I'm not a London player, but I know they like to create this little pyramid. Anyways, we go knight c6. Once again, it just wants e6. but I don't really see a hurry. And the reason why I played h6 here is because I didn't want to give away the bishop or let the knight in, but that literally just allows him to take and then play like this. And that's not good. You don't want to do that. So I probably should have, spent a little bit more time, but my opponent's playing instantly. So like, am I, what am I supposed to do? I need to, kind of try and keep pace because I have no increment. So that's what I'm trying to do. And in this position, my opponent just castles. Then we play e6. And I'm not developing the bishop because I'm waiting to see if he'll take and allow me to develop with tempo. But he doesn't do that. So we go queen to b6. He jumps the knight in. And then we jump our knight in. I didn't really want to take because after takes, I was thinking of taking with the queen. But I don't even think that I did that. Anyways, yeah, I think we're just supposed to take the free pawn. And then how does he develop? Yeah, he has to go queen here. And then we take. And we're just up a pawn, but we didn't do that. So after I jump the knight in, he goes b3. He could have just slid back. That's a hard move to do. Very hard move to do. We're human. We don't want to slide back to the home square. No thanks. Yeah, so I just take in the center, and then he takes here, and we miss something again. I did look at this move actually, but I didn't calculate. Like, this is the problem with 10-0, I feel. Is in the head, you're just thinking like, just make moves. But I wasn't actually looking for any crazy tactics. But yeah, I mean, this straight up just is killer. Where's the knight go? And if you move the knight back, you just take this with check. So yeah, that would have been a good find. But instead, we take, he takes, and then we play c5. We take. I calculated this. After takes, queen takes, we just bring the bishop out. And he takes here. But then I calculated this. Takes. He goes here, and then we play bishop to d4, hitting the queen, hitting the rook. The rook cannot move. So if the queen just moves somewheres, where does the queen move to? The queen is literally stuck. I didn't even see this. He came in, he ate the poison pawn on g7 and got his queen stuck. This is covered by the knight. This is covered by the bishop. This is covered by the knight. This is covered by the bishop and the pawn. Can't take this because of the rook. The rook is protected through the X-ray of the bishop. And then the back rank. Oh my gosh, that's actually beautiful. So my opponent tries to counter attack here, but we just take the bishop. Or the queen. We should take the queen. He takes. We take. That rook is not going anywheres. He gives a check. We just step up. Just step out of the check. He goes knight here. That's literally a free knight. But we have a rook to take. So we take the rook. He attacks. I mean, bro's just gone. I'm up 8 points of material. We take. He takes the bishop. And then we just simplify. And then in this position, after I attack the pawn, he protects. And then I attack pawn and the bishop. He just resigns. Yeah, I'm crushing it in the 10-0, apparently. I had an 81.4 versus his 68.1. And I had a performance elo of 1950 versus his 1400. And my opponent offered me a rematch. And after that horrendous game, I decided, why not? Let's see, can we beat him again? So I go e4. I have the white pieces this time. And one thing that I'm noticing about the 10-0 pool is I'm seeing different openings. In 15-10, everyone's playing like the same thing. So when I go against these things, I don't really know how to play against it. But this guy goes knight c6 and then plays h6 on the second move. Why? Why are you playing like that? We take the full center. It's already +1 for me. We just develop our knights. He attacks me. We defend. I mean, it's not necessary, but I don't know. I wasn't a fan of this. So I defend, and then I kick the bishop back, and then he played knight to e7 here, which I thought was really weird. But I guess if he went here, maybe there's some e5 things. Anyways, now we just strike in the center. We play d5, attacking the knight. He's got to respond. He takes. Instead of moving the knight, Apparently, he should have just went back to the home square. That is ugly. But now he takes here first. We take the bishop. We're eyeballing this, and just it's move 9, and it's +4. Bro, what? That's insane. You would never see this in like a 15-10. Never. But for some reason, I can't play 10-0 on camera. Like I just malfunction. I can't think aloud. But my opponent goes back to the home square because he has to. There's literally no squares for the knight to go to. If he goes here, I take. If he goes here, I take. If he goes here, I take. If I go here, I take. Like the knight and this knight that he developed to e7 is blocking his retreat. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. So my opponent goes back, and then we play d6, offering him a pawn, and he can take. Then, like, my queen's active, I've got an active bishop, we're eyeballing over here, the knight's ready to come in, and how are you developing this bishop? You have to move a pawn here, maybe, but, like, it's just not good. So I go there, and he jumps the knight in, he goes here, defending, and he's also defending this now. So we just give a check. He steps over, because I gave a check because I noticed that, you know, there's always going to be things brewing here, potentially. But I also just forgot that he's going to be able to take the pawn. And, yeah, we castle. He doesn't take yet. You guys just saw, he takes. And then we kick the knight back. Just getting off the defense of this and this. He goes knight in here, offering a trade. I didn't like taking because that just activates his queen. So I opted to just go ahead and take the pawn with the rook. And if he wants to take, then I improve my queen's positioning, X-raying the king here. I'm going here, and these bishops, like, he has no development. So he gives a check. We step back with the bishop attacking the queen, and we just kick the queen around. Apparently here, we can just ignore. Yeah. Yeah, we can just develop the bishop, because if he takes, it's actually just checkmate. But anyways, we go here, he goes back, then we go bishop here. He develops the knight. We step the king over because we're looking at rook to e1, tempoing the queen. And yeah, let's just say that he goes here. Like I'm going to play this here. And I mean, can we just take the knight? Takes, and then like this. Oh, there's actually just m3. Oh, there's check with this. Yeah. And then this is very bad. Very bad. Very, very bad. Checkmate. So you can actually sack the rook here. Oh, but he's got this, takes like this, and then here, and now he's actually just up material. EF, there's no good discoveries. Apparently we go here, this, okay. Well, we didn't go into that. He jumps the knight in. We take it, because he can't take back, otherwise it's checkmate. So he tries to do this, and we sacrifice the rook. That's right. Apparently this is not the best. Apparently we're supposed to take with the bishop, and it's m7. So let's look at that. m7. He goes there. Check. Okay, that's what they're calling for. Anyways, we saw a checkmate after he takes. But oops. But apparently he can just step the king up, which I didn't see. Yeah, okay. Great. What? Yeah, Stockfish, you can stop now. My opponent takes, and we take, and he resigns because he, oh, that's actually just checkmate. No, he has this and then this. Yeah, so those were a couple of wild games, and I kind of wanted to keep playing the dude, but, yeah, we stopped there. We took our wins, and we dipped, and we're actually at an all-time peak of 1840 after that. So it's beautiful stuff. I played with an 83.9, and he played with a 65.1, 1950 performance elo for myself, 1600 for him. So if you want to get to 1800, apparently you can just like not suck and play 10-0. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Yeah, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow.